I always anticipate that my pullets are going to begin laying between 6 and 9 months, and sometimes there are no discernible signs. Sometimes you just go out and there are eggs in the coop, which is super exciting. But there are a few telltale signs that when my hens start acting in these ways, I know they're going to start laying. One of the things that I notice is darker, redder combs, and sometimes this happens just before they start laying. If it doesn't happen just before they start laying, then it happens immediately after they start laying. And you can see like all of these birds right here are from the same hatch. And you can see how they have different breed mixtures in there. So the Americana combs are a little different than like these with more Moran's features, these straight combs, but you can totally see that her comb is way darker and redder than hers, and they both have straight combs. These are all olive eggers, by the way. And you'll notice the same thing in my leg bar pen, how her comb is darker and redder than these ladies right here. These ladies are not yet laying, but she is. I have also noticed that hens will start to exhibit nesting behavior, and they'll be curious about the nesting boxes. They'll be sitting in the nesting boxes. I've noticed my roosters following them around and just like sitting and waiting and guarding them around the nesting boxes, which is also characteristic of like a really good boy, a really good rooster. You may also notice that as your pullets are approaching the point of laying, that when you walk up to them and you get near them, they may like squat down. It's not that they're submitting to you, they're submitting to being mated. They are coming of age where they are reaching sexual maturity, and they are ready for that rooster. Once your pullets do start laying, you can expect them to appear a little confused about what's happening, maybe even a little disoriented after the first egg or two. You can expect that they will not lay every day or even every other day at first, that they may lay one egg and then a couple days, a week later, lay another egg. You can also anticipate that it could be that some of those first eggs are very small. Some of them may have soft shells. They're just kind of working out the kinks of this new process that's happening in their bodies. It's not common, but it's not uncommon to see like blood, not like red blood streaks, but like a little bit of blood on the eggs. Sometimes this is indicative of like blood vessels, which sounds really dramatic, bursting as they're laying an egg. It's not really as bad as it sounds. Normally you'll see it once or twice, but it won't become a common problematic issue. We see this sometimes in our older hens too, when they lay like really big eggs. It is not advisable to hatch from eggs laid by pullets under a year of age. As hens age and continue to lay eggs, the eggs will get bigger, and we want to offer those chicks developing inside all the space possible to grow and to be big, healthy chicks before they hatch. And also, it's advisable to wait until the hens are over a year of age, just to be mindful of health issues. And usually it takes some time for like fertilization to really set in. Sometimes in those earlier eggs, when hens are under a year of age, even though the roosters are fertilizing them, we can see bullseyes, they're fertilized. Sometimes those eggs, even though they will begin to develop in the incubation process, they don't always make it to hatch. I don't know the science behind it. The fertilization just isn't as strong as the words I would give it. And so I always wait, I do my best to wait until hens are at least a year of age before incubating and hatching their eggs. In the event that I just can absolutely not wait because I am so excited, usually if I'm hatching before that, I'm just hatching for my own stock, for my own like egg layer pen, just to see what's coming out of those eggs.